Hello, lovelies. Cory here. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is my December favorites for December 2017. And I do have quite a bit in front of me, but most of it's crystals. To be honest, December kind of went by in a blur, mostly because I was sick for 3 weeks of it. In fact, I'm still trying to get over this sickness. You can hear that I'm still somewhat congested, and my left ear is completely clogged from this sinus infection. In fact, I'm like completely deaf in this ear. So bear with me as I try and muddle through this video. But I did want to sit down and actually take the time to share with you guys some of the stuff that I had been really enjoying in my spiritual practice in December, even though I didn't really do as much in the way of spell work, rituals, working with goddesses. I had some lovely freaking experiences working with Bridget in the beginning of the month through my coven. However, like I said, the last 3 weeks of December were just like, pew! I really did not get done half of the things, probably more, even more than half of what I wanted to get done in December. That's kind of reflected here. I had an amazing experience at the gem show that showed up in San Diego over one of the weekends in December. Went with a girlfriend. Absolutely had a wonderful time. I do normally try and hit up those gem shows. There's another one coming this month in January, and I'm going to hit it up again. So I have really good luck with hauls at those shows. So a lot of what you see here is from that, but also with me like trolling crystal accounts on Instagram and just like buying like crazy. I really need to slow my roll in January. But when you're laid up sick, watching Instagram lives in bed is like such an easy thing to do, and I was just like suckered in. I was like, I'm in such a fog right now. I need this crystal. So it's kind of easy for me to go overboard. But let's dive into it. Let's not make this video any longer than it needs to be. Sorry, guys. You're here for the stuff, right? So one of the first things I want to share with you guys is something that I absolutely adore and something that my hubby buys me every year, and that is Llewellyns Witch's calendar. So this was 2017's calendar. Just took that down, and I'm about to put up 2018's since I'm filming this on the 1st and I'm going to be posting this today. So this is one of my favorite things in the world. It's got all of the moon phases on it. It has great information for each of the months. Like just freaking awesome, fantastic stuff, you guys. I don't cross off any of the days. I just use them for reference. But there's some fantastic information each month. You've got moon phases. You have obviously holidays marked, a lot of international holidays actually. You also have, you have some stuff written down. We do have a lot of when the moon enters in certain astrological houses, that's marked on here. Void of course. If any of you guys have used Llewellyns Witch's date book, this calendar is freaking awesome and a mirror to that. My mother actually started buying these for me for Christmas every year. And when she passed, my husband kind of started carrying on that tradition. So he bought me the 2018 calendar. See, it's still in the wrapping, and I even, have kept some calendars from years past, so I'll be keeping the 2017 one as well. In years prior, I would cut things out and kind of stick them in my 3-ring binder. How would I word it? It's a book of shadows, but it's like my rotating book of shadows. It's like stuff that articles that I print off online, blog posts and cool stuff that I find, and I just kind of like stick them in the 3-ring binder in little, plastic shielding, but I do trade stuff out in it a lot. And I was kind of, using images and information from these calendars for that. So recently, though, I've just kind of been keeping them. I've been sticking them in the black storage cabinet that you see behind me. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with these going forward, but I hang up the calendar every year and it stays in this room, and I just love using it for reference, and it's become kind of a annual witchy tradition in my family. Now, as far as tarot decks go, I really didn't use any oracle decks in December, and I didn't really work with the tarot a whole lot. For daily pulls, I primarily flitted back and forth between Ethany's Bad Bitches Tarot, which sits on my working altar, and then also I was trying to dive back into the Medicine Woman Tarot, which I absolutely love and adore. It's a really amazing deck. It's got its own system, and it's an all-around fabulous, just shamanic women's energy deck. So I used that a couple times, but mostly it was the Bad Bitches Tarot, and then a recent acquisition for me, although not a new deck, the Wildwood Tarot. And you can see the backing here. My cards came like skewed, like kind of bent. So I'm shuffling through those to see if I can't get them straight. You guys see that? Like, came all jacked. So I gotta figure that out, but absolutely gorgeous deck. Have loved working with it. And so I was alternating on daily pulls, daily energy pulls between the Bad Bitches Tarot and this one. And I've had really good results from it so far. I really enjoy working with it. It's a very pagan deck. Absolutely have loved it. And that was kind of it. I know, right? Like with as many decks as I have, it was just these 3. So December was like, let me show you the next 2 favorites and you'll understand. Because they're about empty. On Guard Protective Throat Drops and these doTERRA Breathe Drops. Like, this was my life for the last 3 weeks of December. Not really metaphysical, however, it is plant-based medicine because it's essential oils. And it's just, I love these guys. This is what you're going to need for clearing out your sinuses, to clear your nasal passageways. This one you just need for immune support. So, and you can see them about out. There's like 3 left in the bottom. I'm going to squeeze it for all it's worth. Now, because of that, as far as essential oils go, in addition to using those 2, dude, this was like, On Guard was in my diffuser. It was on the bottoms of my feet. It was getting rolled down my spine. Like, this is the 2nd bottle. You can see how far down I've already gone. Like, yeah, I've already gone this far for December. I had to crack open a new bottle at the beginning of the month, and I've already used this much. And it takes a long freaking time. I mean, there's 250 drops in this bottle. And when you're running a diffuser, you really only need 2 to 3 drops, depending on how large. If you've got like a 500 milliliter diffuser, okay, you probably want to up it to about 5 or 6 drops. But for a typical room diffuser, like this guy right here, you really only need like 3 drops. So, dude, you see already, like, that's how much this was like in my diffuser in the month of December. And because of that, I couldn't really smell anything. So I wasn't using essential oils mostly for aromatherapy. In the beginning of the month, yes. The beginning of the month, I used these three a lot. I used Rose, doTERRA's Beautiful Blend, and Holiday Peace Blend that I made in a little roller bottle for myself. So these three, the first week of December, were in my purse. I was constantly rolling them. I was using them. I was having a blast with these scents. And then the second the first sinus infection hit, it was just like, duh. So from that point on, it was like frankincense and my on guard roller. This was it. Like bottoms of my feet, on guard in the diffuser, because you know I couldn't smell anything and I really needed the immune support. Like this month was a freaking cluster, you guys. It was a holy cluster. Now, as far as crystals go, you guys know that I normally carry a lot of crystals in my pocket. Really, all through the month of December, the only one that I was carrying was my Apache tear for auric protection, energy protection. So this guy was in my pocket all the time. But as I mentioned, I went to shows, I was trolling Instagram, buying a lot of stuff. So as far as pieces online on Instagram from different guys, I bought this gorgeous lithium Lemurian quartz. This lithium quartz is just freaking gorgeous. Just stunning. So I bought this point. I also got this gorgeous Smoky quartz point. Stunning piece. This hasn't been darkened up at all. This is natural radiation that you're seeing here. So it's natural coloring. It is naturally this dark. And it's really hard to find dark pieces like this. Now, as far as, oh, there was one more piece that I got online. This one, oh my God. So this freaking golden healer, this gorgeous cluster here. And you can really see the inclusions in the back here. But I had to, like, and there's some rainbows in there that aren't really catching on the camera here, but this piece is stunning. And I had to pick it up. So as far as the show goes, I got some freaking fantastic pieces, you guys. Oh, one more. Sorry, guys. This was another one that was bought online. Smoky quartz point, polished point. Now, I did get another Smoky quartz point at the show. It's this one right here. There's a lot of rainbows in it. Both gorgeous. This one's got a bit more clarity to it. But we'll probably be using both as centers and crystal grids throughout the year. And then I also got this gorgeous amethyst point. Same vendor that I got the Smoky quartz point at. Just really gorgeous coloring here. And then the last piece from the show that I wanted to show you, I posted a picture of this on Instagram the second I got it because I was just like, oh, I saw this and had to have it. So this is a gorgeous clear quartz tower here with chlorite. That's all that green that you see in here. And it is just freaking stunning. The camera is not doing this any justice. And it is one of my new favorite pieces. Like, you guys have no idea I want to sleep with this thing. I'm a certified crystal healer, you guys. Crystals are my life for the most part. Now, if you had a reading from me this month, then you probably saw me working with this pendulum. This is a aura crystal point, carved, And you'll see that I did kind of a rainbow with the Swarovski crystals down the center, and that is to correspond with the 7 major chakras. And then just white Swarovski pearls and an Austrian glass bead at the very top. And we've got some little aura crystals here as well. So this guy I've had for a while, not new, but have really used him quite a bit as far as readings for clients go. And then, you guys know, my little bead girl. I love her. I adore her. She is my new baby, and I've been working with her a lot again this month. As far as pendulums that I've had with me, carried with me to the show, used while I was at the show, actually, you guys know my other scarab bead baby. He's never too far from my side, always in my purse if I go anywhere. And then these two. So this lovely girl is one I've used quite a bit. Now, this was a pendulum that my husband found at said crystal show, but this was years ago. And he thought that this would be really good for me. So I picked it up, cut off the tail, which was just a regular chain, and then made this chain for her. Now, these beads right here are lapis beads, and you've just got clear crystal, Swarovski crystal in spaced in between them. We just have a regular wood bead, a focal bead at the top with a little rattlesnake charm. You guys all know vipers, my power animal, and some more clear crystals. So I use her a lot in healing sessions, but I've been using her a lot as far as the business goes and creating classes for you guys. She's been a huge help with that during the month of December. For more readings, I was also using this lovely girl. This is my Lemurian Baby. And normally I use her just for personal use, but I broke her out when doing a few client readings this month. And it was primarily because I just, for the first time, I felt called to. She works really well with past life readings and just accessing the Akashic records and getting information. But she is chipped. So this is a Lemurian crystal, and you can see the point is broken off. And the energy of a crystal can sometimes change when it's chipped. And for her, it didn't necessarily diminish her, but there was a slight shift in her energy. Not bad, not good, just a change. So I busted her out a little bit more last month, was working with her. And then the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys is this is the first custom goddess that I ever purchased from Bridget's Grove. She can purchase pre-made, pre-designed, I should say, because I believe that a lot of the times they will make them to order. But an already designed story goddess from Bridget's Grove. And I've shown you guys like a number of these goddesses throughout these videos. If you're new to my channel, just pop through a prior favorites video and you'll see them. But this was the first custom story goddess I bought from them. It was like right when they started doing story goddesses. They were like, customized one. And I was like, ooh. So I purchased her a while ago. And she's near and dear to my heart. And for those of you who know me personally, you'll know that copper is my favorite color. Yeah, I know, kind of weird, but it is. So copper's my favorite color. And so I had to get a copper story goddess, to match my personality. And what I asked was just some symbolism for my two matron and patron deities, which are Freyr in the Norse pantheon and Persephone in the Greek pantheon. I associate citrine with Freyr, since it is the merchant stone, it is associated with abundance. It makes sense to associate that with a fertility god, especially one that was, you know, called upon a lot to make sure that harvests were generous, that crops grew really well, bringing in that abundance and fertility. I associate citrine with him. And I associate garnet with Persephone because of those pomegranate seeds, you know, the underworld. It is very sacral and sexual stone, and I do associate her not just with the underworld, but with fertility and sexuality, because she started off as a fertility goddess before she partnered with Hades and became queen of the underworld. So garnet is a stone I associate with her. And so right here you have citrine and smoky quartz chips, and in the very center you have this little garnet bead. They did add a little spiral here, kind of to symbolize, you know, the spiral path, walking the Wiccan path. And that was absolutely perfect. I didn't even mention that to Molly or Mark. They just added it along with this little sun charm and moon charm to kind of bring about and tie in that balance between masculinity and femininity and the god and the goddess. So she's just perfect symbol of my path as a priestess, as a Wiccan, how it's culminated up to this point. And for whatever reason, she normally sits on my desk at work, but I started carrying her around in my purse with me everywhere. Just having her with me felt very comforting throughout the month, and it's probably something I'm going to continue to do, is have her be my travel goddess and take her with me. But that's it. That was the month of December, guys. So sorry I didn't have any more exciting stuff for you. But it was a lot of crystal buying. Amazing, amazing crystals. Not a whole lot of tarot work. I was doing some pendulum readings. I was doing a few client readings here and there. But mostly I was just trying to get better and get over these freaking illnesses, and ended up buying a crap ton of crystals in the process. So what were some of your favorites for December? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys and hearing what you think and what you gravitated towards each month. If you happen to do a favorites video, like, tell me about your channel. I would love to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button if you like seeing these favorite videos, if you want me to keep doing them for you, these witchy metaphysical favorites. I love recording them and sharing them with you guys, but I want to make sure I'm giving you content that you like to see as well. So let me know if you do like them. Hit that thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. There are a ton of videos to look through. I'm constantly posting more. This month we're doing the 31 Days of Tarot Challenge, so you're going to get a new video each day. And that's it for this video, babes. I will see you in the next one. And until then, blessed be.